Let's talk about childbirth, the miracle of life. The only human experience that everyone agrees to describe as beautiful is one that actively withholds key information until it's too late to change your mind. Because notice how no one ever says, "Hey, so that you know, this is going to feel like your skeleton is being slowly rearranged by evolution." No, they say, "It's magical." Which is interesting because every other event involving blood, screaming, strangers looking directly into your body, and the possibility of surgery is usually described as a medical emergency. Humans have the most difficult childbirth of any mammal. That's not opinion. That's biology. We decided to walk upright, which narrowed the pelvis, and at the same time we evolved giant brains, which made babies' heads enormous. That combination is called the obstetric dilemma, which is science's polite way of saying, this design should not have passed quality control. A giraffe gives birth standing up. The baby falls 2 meters, hits the ground, stands up, and starts life immediately. When a person gives birth, we need breathing techniques, playlists, yoga balls, essential oils, a medical team, and at least one person whose job is just to tell you that you're doing great. And despite all of that, the pain scale for childbirth routinely hits 10 out of 10. That's the same category as kidney stones, major burns, and being stabbed. Yet childbirth is the only one where people say, well, your body was designed for this. So were your teeth, and we still use anesthesia for dentistry. What makes childbirth even more fascinating is how well it's marketed. It's described as natural, empowering, sacred, and a journey. No one calls it physically extreme, biologically violent, or medically unpredictable. Because if we described it accurately, the species would have gone extinct around the time of the invention of central heating. Here's the clever part. If women remembered childbirth clearly, no one would ever do it twice. So the body releases oxytocin and endorphins, bonding chemicals, pain suppressors, memory fog. This isn't romance. This is evolutionary damage control. Nature basically says, listen, that was horrifying. Here's a baby. Don't think too hard about what just happened. That's not love. That's survival manipulation. Modern childbirth is also a fascinating contradiction. You're told your body knows what to do, while surrounded by machines, monitors, IVs, and people casually discussing emergency surgery. If the body truly knew what it was doing, the room wouldn't look like a low-budget space mission. Doctors use incredible language. They say things like, "You'll feel some pressure." That's not pressure. That's a biological eviction. And then there's the partner, usually a man, who walks in thinking, we're doing this together. No, you are present. You are holding a hand. You are fetching ice chips. You are learning, very quickly, that this is not about you. If at any point you say, I know how you feel, you have chosen death. Childbirth is often the first time a man fully understands that women operate on a different physical level. Up until then, society lets men believe they're the default setting. Childbirth corrects that illusion immediately. Movies lied, by the way. There is no soft lighting. There is no glowing goddess moment. There is sweat, fluids, sounds that should not come from humans, and a sudden realization that dignity is a luxury, not a right. And yet afterward, people say it was worth it. Which is true, but also deeply suspicious. We don't say that about marathons, wars, or jury duty. No one finishes jury duty and says, I'd do that again for the experience. Childbirth is one of the most physically demanding things a human body can survive. Organs move, bones shift. Pain tolerance goes beyond what we test in any other situation. And immediately afterward, the person who just endured all of this is expected to care for another human while still bleeding. If men gave birth, society would shut down for months. There would be monuments. national holidays, streets renamed. Instead, women are told to rest a bit and bounce back. Bounce back from what? A biological earthquake? And despite everything, people still choose to do it. Again. Sometimes many times. Because childbirth isn't just pain. It's continuity. It's connection. It's the reason humans exist at all. It's messy, brutal, hilarious, unfair, miraculous, and completely unfiltered biology. And maybe we can stop pretending it's a spa experience and start respecting it for what it really is. One of the most intense things a human body will ever do. If you've given birth, you deserve a medal, or at least better chairs.